Okay, so I went back to the thrift store because I thought that this tent, this canopy, it's not a tent, it's canopy, was 10 by 10, and I also thought that it was 50% off. Neither were accurate. It was a 13 by 13, very fancy, super fancy tent, and it was not half off. But then I looked around, and I tried to find, I looked around Lowe's. I had to return that twine. I looked around that I thought I needed for the caravan, but I didn't need it. And I looked around and I was like, well, what else? What can I use to put these? Because I'm going to make some tapestries, right? I was just in my mind today. I'm like, you know what? I'll just make some tapestries of these animals because of, you know, I can put it together quicker and it's probably be cheaper or whatever. You know, bed sheets are cheap. And so I was looking around and I was like, oh, look at these clothing racks. You know, they're like 70 inches tall, and you can make them really tall, or you can make them short and wide, and they were just like perfect for all three animals. And then I looked at them and they were $25 each, and I'm like, I don't have the $80 plus whatever to buy 3 of these fucking things. And so I'm looking around the thrift store, and guess what I find? I found 3 of them. They're IKEA. They're in the back. I don't know. I can't zoom in this mode. Okay, well, maybe you could zoom in right there. So you see right behind Tom, you can see those white metal things. Okay, those are 3 IKEA clothing racks, and I looked them up. They're like IKEA Rusk. They're 2 inches shorter than the ones I need, but they don't get like double wide. But you know, I have 3 of them for $5 each. That's right. And they still have all the parts. All the screws and nuts and bolts are there. $5 each. Brand new condition. From the thrift store. So, and I found a whole bag of sewing thread. Like, I thought I was going to have to buy a thread. I bought this little bitty spool of thread for $3 at Walmart. I found this bag at the thrift store of thread for $5. So, yeah. I don't know how I'm gonna put it on the spools, but it'll work it out. I'll figure it out. Thread. So, and then on top of that, with all the fabric. So all the fabric today cost, probably spent, let's see here, 2 plus 4 plus 2 plus 2 plus, what was that, 3 plus, probably 15, 20 bucks on fabric, $15 on those things, $5 on thread. I think I just built my whole booth. I don't have a canopy. I need a canopy. I need a 10 by 10 or an 8 by 8 canopy. Probably gonna need both because some spaces are 8 by 8, some spaces are 10 by 10, some are 6 by 6. Gosh, my circles under my eyes are dark. I've had an energy drink and a whole flippin' large thing of coffee. I've been getting like 3, 4, 5 hours of sleep. And wake up and go back to work. That's all I do is work. And I tried to find fake teeth for my talking masks because there's like this Nico cat party, anime cat party. It's like $20 a head, dance party put on by the Nagacon, Kansas City, Kansas Society. It's an anime convention. It's the biggest anime convention in Kansas City, and they're putting it on. So I was like, hey, I saw it and I didn't see anything about vendors. I just straight up asked on Facebook. I said, hey, y'all, y'all need vendors for this event? Because this is what I make. I make these cat masks. And I see, you know, rave anime people wearing masks all the damn time. Maybe they want a cute, you know, cat mask. And they were like, shit, yeah, throw down $30. There you go, get a table. And I was like, and then I asked her, there going to be any other vendors there? And they said, no. You're the only one. They didn't even think of it. And I was like, well, I'll be popular. And then I found this at the dollar store. I'm gonna paint it and put my little business logo on here and be like, hey, get your cat mask over here from the cat lady. She's a sewing cat. And two people at the thrift store were like, oh, totally interested. And then one of them was like, oh, by the way, they're 19 and they're starting college. I was like, goodbye. And then, because I was like, this is a full-time job and you get paid to travel. Why do you need college? You don't need to go to school to get a good job. Like, and another lady was like, oh, her husband or boyfriend or fiance or whatever the hell would be perfect for that because he loves conventions. And I'm like, oh, he can't be allergic to dogs. She's like, shh. And then, you know, first she was fine. And then I told her about, like, the amounts of, like, work that you have to do. But then it's kind of worth it because, you know, you walk away from a convention with, you know, selling, you know. I'm not even going to talk about it here because, goddamn, after I said that shit, she was like, no, he's allergic to dogs. Goodbye. And I was like, this bitch does not want her man making a lot of money or more money than her or having fun. And then she was like, I guess she saw me as a threat. Like, maybe I take her boy away. I'm like, please, lady, I am asexual. I love myself. I don't love anybody else. I love the dogs. I don't love them like that, but they're my dogs. I would have more dogs. I would have a lot of dogs. I would be like that guy with all the German Shepherds that walk around without leashes. That's why I had to spay Lily, because I would have kept all her puppies and I would have made them all trained. Trained them all. Made it like my pack. Would have been like John Wick. That lady from John Wick with the dogs. That would have been